All right, everybody, buckle up, because today we're diving headfirst into the world of robot vacuums.
And not just any robot vacuum. We're talking about the Honiture V8 Pro.
It's been creating quite the buzz online, and we're here to see if it lives up to the hype.
Because let's be real, dropping a chunk of change on a cleaning gadget requires some serious consideration.
Absolutely. So we're taking a deep dive into a recent review to help you cut through the noise and make a smart decision.
Consider this your shortcut to figuring out if the V8 Pro is the cleaning companion of your dreams.
Now, the review we're dissecting today comes from robotvacuum-review.com.
These guys eat, sleep, and breathe robot vacuums.
Seriously, they have reviews for everything. But what really impressed us about this particular review was its balanced approach.
They highlight the good, the bad, and everything in between.
Which is exactly what you need when you're making an investment in something like this.
Right, because no product is perfect, even if the marketing materials make it seem that way.
Okay, so before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's talk about what makes the Honiture V8 Pro so special.
Well, this thing is marketed as a do-it-all cleaning solution. Sweeping, vacuuming, mopping, you name it.
Ambitious. So let's start with the basics. The review raves about the V8 Pro's suction power. We're talking a whopping 5,000 pascals.
5,000 pascals.
Yeah, I know it sounds like a mouthful, but trust me, this thing means business.
It's like the difference between casually sweeping your floors and unleashing an industrial-strength vacuum cleaner.
So say goodbye to pet hair, crumbs, and those dust bunnies hiding in the corners.
This kind of suction power is usually reserved for those super expensive high-end models, so seeing it in the V8 Pro is pretty impressive.
Right. But it's not just about brute force with this little guy. The V8 Pro also boasts LiDAR navigation, which is like giving a robot vacuum superpowers.
You know how some robot vacuums bump around like they're lost in a maze?
Yeah, it's like they're playing bumper cars with your furniture.
Exactly. Well, LiDAR navigation is the complete opposite. We're talking laser precision here.
It's like the V8 Pro has a built-in GPS system for your home.
Actually, yeah. It uses lasers to create a map of your entire house, so it knows exactly where it's going and how to clean most efficiently.
And get this, the review says it can map your house in a blazing 8 minutes.
8 minutes? That's incredibly fast, especially compared to other mapping technologies out there.
Talk about a time saver. No more waiting around forever while your robot vacuum tries to figure out its surroundings.
And that translates to less time waiting for the robot to finish and more time for you to enjoy your clean floors.
And speaking of time, with a battery life of up to 180 minutes, this thing can tackle some serious cleaning sessions on a single charge.
Perfect for those of us who despise those mid-clean battery interruptions.
Right. No one wants to play robot vacuum babysitter when they've got a million other things to do.
They really do seem to have thought of everything. Powerful suction, efficient navigation, long battery life. The V8 Pro is shaping up to be a cleaning powerhouse.
Oh, but wait, there's more. It gets even better. This thing is compatible with Alexa and Google Home.
You can literally tell it to start cleaning with just your voice. Talk about living in the future.
Right. Hey, Google, tell the robot vacuum to tackle the living room. It's a jungle in there.
It's all about convenience these days, and that hands-free control is a game changer for busy people.
Imagine starting a cleaning cycle with just your voice while you're walking out the door. It's like having a personal cleaning assistant at your beck and call.
Pure cleaning magic.
All right, we've covered all the impressive stuff, and believe me, there's a lot to be impressed by with this robot vacuum.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Even the shiniest, most high-tech gadgets have their quirks, right?
Exactly. And our trusty reviewers didn't shy away from pointing out a few areas where the V8 Pro might leave you wanting a little more.
It's all about transparency, right? Giving you the full picture so you can make an informed decision.
Absolutely. So, hit us with a reality check. What did they uncover?
Well, one thing that stood out to me was the Wi-Fi situation. It seems the V8 Pro is a bit stuck in the past, only compatible with 2.4 gigahertz networks.
Ah, so those of us with those blazing fast 5 gigahertz networks might run into a snag.
Exactly. It's not a deal breaker for everyone, but it's definitely something to keep in mind, especially with 5 gigahertz becoming increasingly common these days.
You'll be ashamed to have your fancy new robot vacuum dragging down your Wi-Fi speeds.
Right. And then there's the whole water tank situation. At 290 milliliter, it's not exactly what you'd call generous.
So we're not talking about mopping a mansion on a single fill-up.
Probably not. It'll handle a regular-sized home just fine, but if you've got a lot of square footage to cover, be prepared to top it off more than you might like.
Gotcha. So keep a refill handy for those marathon cleaning sessions. What other potential downsides did the review flag?
Let's see. Ah, yes, the height. While the V8 Pro is relatively slim, it might struggle to squeeze under extremely low furniture. You know those clearance areas that seem to exist just to taunt robot vacuums?
Oh, those dreaded no-go zones. Every robot vacuum's worst nightmare.
Exactly. And speaking of things the V8 Pro might not excel at, we have to address the mopping functionality.
Okay, so spill the tea. Is it a cleaning revolution or just a minor perk?
Well, the review was a bit lukewarm on the mopping. It's definitely a nice bonus to have, but don't expect it to replace a good old-fashioned deep clean with a traditional mop and bucket.
So more like a quick refresh than a hardcore scrub down.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Think of it as maintaining a baseline level of clean between those more intense mopping sessions.
That makes sense. Setting realistic expectations is key.
Absolutely. And lastly, we can't forget about the elephant in the room, the price tag.
Ah, yes. The V8 Pro doesn't exactly come cheap, does it?
Not really. The review pointed out that it sits at a slightly higher price point compared to some of its competitors.
Which is understandable, considering all the bells and whistles this thing boasts. But before we dive into the whole value for money debate, let's see what actual V8 Pro owners have to say about their experiences.
Because at the end of the day, real-world feedback trumps even the most detailed spec sheet, right?
100%. So let's turn our attention to the court of public opinion and see what kind of buzz the V8 Pro is generating among the people who actually live with it. Luckily for us, the review we're looking at actually included a bunch of snippets from customer reviews, straight from the horse's mouth.
Because real-world experiences can tell you a lot more than a spec sheet ever could.
Totally. And it seems like a lot of V8 Pro owners are pretty darn happy with their purchase. The review highlighted tons of positive feedback about its performance, how smoothly it navigates, and how surprisingly easy it is to use, even if you're not a tech whiz.
Yeah, a lot of users were raving about how well the V8 Pro handles obstacles like furniture legs and clutter, which isn't surprising given that sophisticated LiDAR system we talked about.
Right. It's like it dances around your stuff instead of getting stuck.
Exactly. It really delivers on those promises of intelligent, efficient navigation.
And remember that user who wasn't totally sold on the mopping? Well, even they couldn't stop gushing about the vacuuming power.
It just goes to show that even if a product isn't perfect, certain features can really win people over. And in the V8 Pro's case, it seems like that stellar vacuuming performance is a major selling point.
For sure. Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here, exploring the V8 Pro's features, the good, the bad, and even peeking into the world of V8 Pro owners. Now, the million-dollar question, is this robot vacuum worth the investment?
That's the big question, isn't it? Well, based on everything we've discussed today, it seems like the V8 Pro is a really strong contender, especially if you're looking for powerful suction, efficient cleaning, and the convenience of all those smart features. App control, voice commands, all that good stuff.
Basically, if you're ready to embrace the future of clean and effortlessly command your robot vacuum with a simple voice command or a tap on your phone, the V8 Pro is ready to make those futuristic cleaning dreams a reality.
Couldn't have said it better myself. But, and this is a big but, let's not forget those little caveats we uncovered. That 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi limitation could be a deal breaker for some, and the water tank size might be an issue for those with larger homes. And of course, there's the price. It's definitely an investment.
So it really comes down to your individual needs, priorities, and of course, your budget.
Exactly. It's all about finding the right balance. Now, that being said, this whole deep dive got me thinking. The V8 Pro, it's a hybrid, right? Trying to be both a powerful vacuum and a capable mop, which is great and all, but what if, for you, the ultimate goal is truly spotless floors? Is a two-in-one solution really the way to go? Or would you be better off dedicating your cleaning budget to a separate robot vacuum and a separate, more heavy-duty robot mop?
There you go. Food for thought. It all comes down to your cleaning priorities. Do you want one device that does a pretty good job at everything? Or are you willing to invest in specialized cleaning soldiers to conquer those dust bunnies and sticky spills?
Because sometimes specialization trumps convenience, even when it comes to the world of robot cleaning.
So true. Well, there you have it, folks. We've reached the end of our deep dive into the world of the Honiture V8 Pro, and hopefully you're swimming in useful info. We've dissected its features, weighed the pros and cons, and hopefully you're feeling a lot more confident about whether this much-hyped cleaning companion is the right fit for your cleaning crusade.
And hey, if you want to get really granular and read the full review for yourself, head on over to robotvacuum-review.com. They did a fantastic job breaking it all down.
They really did. And for those of you joining us on this deep dive, thanks for coming along for the ride. Until next time, may your floors be sparkling, your homes be dust-free, and your robot vacuums, well, may they always be on your side.